Morning world, welcome to Thursday 10th of February, and they're still eating that khaki bale. It is a choice, mind. I mean, that's not the only thing they've got to eat. They also have a nice, fresh, last year's bale of hay. But they just seem to like this stuff. And the way I look at it, if they can eat some of it, and they're going to put some of it to making energy and weight, better than wasting it. The eagle-eyed of you will have noticed that the old sheep barriers have been taken off. This is so that these guys can actually put their heads through the barriers. I was concerned about something getting its head stuck in there. They are a bit narrow. So they're quite happy at the moment. Nothing's tried to escape. Oh yeah, I've put ratchet strap through there just to make it a bit harder for them to get through. You're enjoying that? Is that delicious? Oh, bless you. So this is just a mineral block for the guys. This is just a basic mineral block in this side. So salt and a few extra added minerals. The cows have got same again, but I think their block also contains magnesium. These guys I don't think need magnesium right now. So right, we are back on the hedge trimmer. So I've got it repaired, got it fixed. I've rung the neighbour to say don't put your washing out because I'm going to come up and do your back edge as well. I don't think I'm going to put washing out today anyway, but just in case. So yeah, back on the tractor for a couple of hours. I think we've got a couple of days of reasonably dry weather. I hope. So hopefully we can get the worst of this done. I've also bought this with me. And you're probably thinking, why do you want a radio? Well, I'll tell you why. I've left the other radio in the house with mother-in-law. And it just means that if someone comes to the door while I'm right around the farm, she hasn't got to go fidgeting about trying to find her phone or anything. She can literally, I've taught her how to use it, she can literally radio me and say, Ian, there's someone at the door, or you need to come and make a phone call or something like that. I've got the technology, I've got 8 of these things. I might just as well make use of it. And I can always make her jump a couple of times. Just press the button and shout boo, because I've got it turned right up. Let's get, come on. Right, shall we? Come on, any time today. Come on. Who are you after? Hey? There we go. Go on. Right, I know you're sitting there, and it's kind of okay, you sitting there. I've taken her cushion off of there, and I've put it down there. If she goes down there, she's reasonably happy, but she seems to prefer just to sit on all that junk on there. Don't you? Yeah, okay. Right. What do we do with the key? What do we do with the key? We leave it in the door? No. Put it back in my pocket. Just let it warm up a minute. Everything down there looks contented. Cows and calves had a fresh bale this morning. Wasn't the best bale in the world, but well, they're chuffing into it. I've even cleaned out the poultry nest boxes, and they've got clean bedding as well this morning. So yeah, I didn't think you want to watch that. No, I just shut the gate there. Another day of getting a stiff neck. It gets better, it gets easier. Once we've been doing this a few days, it does free up a bit, but the first couple of days, especially when you've got a titanium neck. to get around the neighbours. So again, spent a bit more time around the hedges where my boundary goes across somebody else, especially when it's residential. Hedges didn't get done last year out here, so it's not quite as tidy as usual, but it's not bad. Obviously, out there on the mudguard is not somewhere you would want to be when that thing's going. So, I don't mind the camera being out there, but no, I wouldn't. Does that put the PTO on? Obviously put it in gear. So far I've had 3 rabbits run out of his hedge, and the dog hasn't seen any of them. A bit more res. I got that arm a bit further away from the tractor now, which is okay, because this ground is fairly level. There's not too many lumps and bumps in it, but as those who do this will know, the further you have the arm out, the bigger the bump. It's just a leverage thing. So yeah, longer the arm, slower I go. Gives me time to react sometimes. Just looking across the road there at our small paddock, there's a couple of deer in there, so I doubt we'll see them when we go down there next. Well, I think it'll be coffee and fuel up next, but it's the next field to do. I don't think they're going to hang around too much though. Once the tractor gets the gate, they'll be gone. We've got a resident, 2 does and 2 young fawns from last year. I mean, they're almost the same size as their mum now, but they're still with mum. But not for much longer. Just simply kicking them out when they get a new calf. Trying not to run in the same tracks all the time. There's a yin and a yang for that. You get a lot of compaction around the headland of the fields, especially when the ground's soft like it is now. So I'm trying to avoid it failing, but I am at least trying. three deer in there. No point in me pointing the camera on because you want me to see them. Nice to get the hedges neat again. So we don't belong to any stewardship schemes. So some of the entry level and even higher level stewardship schemes, which is basically government paying you to do stuff or not to do stuff. I know Rich Cornock's on, he's on stewardship, I can't remember which level, but he can't cut a lot of his hedges every year. They've got to be cut every other year. And that's so safe for nesting birds. The problem with that is, if you're cutting growth that's say 2 years old, or on the second year you have such terrible weather you can't get to it, and you end up having to leave another year and having 3-year-old growth, it makes such a mess in a hedge. I mean, it really, really ruins it. And I'm not convinced that cutting hedges every other year really does that much for nesting birds. Little birds, if you go through these hedges and look at nests, you very rarely find a nest in above the cut level, if you know what I mean. They quite often nest on the cut level, actually where this hedge is flat now. They'll nest on that, and yes, they've got some stuff over the top, but they never nest in what's above it. So the way I look at it is not cutting the hedges every year. Someone thought it was a good idea, but I don't necessarily agree. I'm not going to go mad at this bit, but I have got a Mohicans in the middle, and that'll look at me all year if I don't do it. So I'm going to do it. Then we're having coffee because we need fuel. Just finishing touches to do. Got a slightly bigger machine out here. But he hasn't got a hedge trimmer on. He's clearing gullies. a lot easier getting in and out of the field now. Looks in traffic. Shut the gate. Yeah, I got a stiff neck. So I'm loitering around the farm a bit because I've got some fuel coming sometime this week. I'm not sure what day, but it is Thursday, so it's got to be today or tomorrow. But I've got to be here when they come because obviously our tanks are locked up and they can't get in unless I unlock them. Right. Coffee first, fuel second. I don't fancy drinking coffee with diesel fingers.